Kembali bersama saya Syarifah Rahma dari perhelatan BATIC 2023 dan saat ini saya sudah bersama dengan salah satu panelis internasional dalam International Conference hari ini, Elisabetta Romano selaku Chief Network Operation and Wholesale Officer Team Chair of GLF. How are you? Thank you so much for your time for CNBC Indonesia. I saw your presentation today and it was very great. You talk about the industry nowadays. So could you please elaborate more about what happened on the industry today and how do you see it now?
Yes. So the telco industry is, of course, a crucial industry for the digital transformation. And we know forecasts saying that in 2030 there is going to be more than $3,000 billion regarding digital transformation. So we are a key asset for it, so it's important to be prepared for it. So what does it mean? It means that we need to be sure that our networks, our infrastructure are ready to enable this digital transformation. And so be prepared for a tomorrow's telco. So that is important. What does it mean this? Means that we shouldn't think about just one application. So for example, metaverse was one of the topics that probably last year was always, and there was always question about it, so how we can support it. But the real answer is not about metaverse, but is about what are the technical capabilities needed in tomorrow's telco in order to enable every kind of use cases and application that maybe we cannot even imagine today. So, and that's trying to nail it down, what are these capabilities. It's important for all the telco operators to work in order to develop it in the right way.
Okay, so in what collaboration the industry itself can tackle the issues that you have mentioned before?
Yes, because we need to have these capabilities, but then of course it's very important that from an operation and business model perspective, we can work in real time with other operators. So that is a big transformation because now it's not happening like this. I give you an example. So if now a customer needs some capacity, more capacity, takes time for the telco operators to get that capacity that the customer needs. Instead, these things needs to become real time and on demand. So because I can have some needs today and maybe I need only for a week. So capacity on demand, for example, is a very specific, important capabilities and requirements needed. And on the same time, we need to be sure that we can adapt the pricing model for it. So we need to become more flexible and adaptable in order to provide to our customers the capabilities we have.
Okay, more dynamic. Okay, so as the chair of GLF, could you provide insights into how the Global Leadership Forum contributes to shaping the future of the telecommunication industry?
Yes, I think that the mission of GLF has not changed since the beginning. So to provide and develop a network that has ubiquitous and agnostic capabilities. So the requirement is still there, mission is still the same. Of course, is the network that is evolving, and we need to be sure that we can have one voice. So to listen to all the leaders in the industry and collaborate and sharing ideas, best practice in order to have one voice. Because what I always say is that despite how big you are as telco operators, how global you are never big enough to cover all the needs that are worldwide. So that's collaboration is important, and we need to become better and better to do it.
People needs to collaborate. Okay, so talking about the telecom companies addressing the challenge of bridging the digital divide between developed and developing country. This is one of the issue on the digital and telecommunication industry right now. So how do you see about this one, and what can we do?
So I think that the digital divide is somehow still a challenge in every part of the world, so developed and developing countries. So I think it is something that we need to address better and better. And I would say that developing countries have probably an advantage compared to the developed when it comes to digital divide, because there is a lot of young people. So yeah, many more young people than in developed countries. And that's when it comes to talent, because in order to transform the industry, to enable the digital transformation, more digital native you have it, and better it is, because they understand digital, for their daily habits. So from that perspective, I think that in developed countries, we are struggling more and more in having young talent to support us. So, and on the other side, I think that the world is really, the connection of the world makes things similar all over the place. So the challenges, very often at the GLF, we have, we're sharing the challenges and opportunities, and there are operators from US to Asia, Australia, Europe, and I would say that we really share same challenges.
Okay, that's actually it's very interesting. And when we talk about the digital talent, one of the issue here in Indonesia is how to create digital talent more and more, because we have a few challenge on this issue. So, what do you think about this one, and what can we do in terms of getting more talents in digital industry?
So I think that we need to become more attractive as an industry, because of course young talent people, they want to work in cool company. So we need to, to communicate better what we do it, because I'm working in this industry since many years, and was exciting when I started, and I'm still very excited to work because I know how much what we do is relevant for the digital transformation. I think that we need to make it more clear to the people, to the young people, to the young talent, what really this industry does and why is still a cool industry. And then I think will be easier for us.
This is very interesting, actually, Elisabetta. And on the other hand, how do you see, and what steps are telecom firms taking to enhance cybersecurity? Because once again, this is one of the big issue on the digital industry. So how we can manage the threats to digital communication networks?
Yes, when before I was speaking about the capabilities needed for tomorrow's telco, in particular we speak about 6 technical capabilities. One of these 6 is a secure and trusted networks. So this is not negotiable. So we must be sure that whatever we do it in our industries, our infrastructure and network by design are trusted and secured. So that's what is already happening now, but we need to do more and more. And so together with low latencies, high capabilities, quality of services, standards and adaptability, secure and trusted is a must. And this is for us that we operate the network, and this is a requirement for vendors that build products. So that needs to be really by design.
Okay, and we have to do more to protect the data itself. So once again, on the other hand, on various industry and also digital industry right now is sustainability. So what do you think about this one, and how the company can keep up with all the regulation, with all the issues about sustainability?
So I think sustainability is important for several reasons. Let me start with the point we were discussed before of talent and attract young talent. For young people, sustainability is so important.
Yeah.
So another reason why they start to work in a company, they select a company, is to understand how that company is committed to sustainability. So that is one reason. But I think that the other important reason is that we need to have a positive impact on the society. Telco industry has been always historically getting so important and having such a positive impact for the society, so sustainability is a must as well. And consider that a telco company is normally consuming a lot of energy. So if we think about energy, for example, TIM in Italy is the second company as a high energy consumption company. So that means that we can do a lot. For example, to do project that manage and makes efficiency the use of energy. So this is our responsibility. We must do it. For example, in TIM, we do a lot of projects on how to optimize the energy we use in our local exchange. And on the other side, we need to ask to our vendors again, and to be sensitive on when they build a product on, for example, on the energy they consume, on the CO2 produced. And for example, we are using this as an important KPI and parameter when we select product and we select vendors. So that should be in our agendas, but not because now is important to say, is because it's trendy. We have to do it, we have to have it in our agenda because it's important for us as employees, as consumer, as society. So that's, it's a must to do it.
Okay, and talking about sustainability, there should be a cost to keep comply with all the regulations and stuff. So is it gonna be an issue?
No, I think that because, there is a cost, but there is also efficiency because all this project, for example, we are running in TIM regarding energy management or, for example, green energy production. Now we do cogeneration of green energy with other utilities company in Italy. So these are projects that brings you efficiency to compensate the investment you do it, and this is a long-term efficiencies. So that's is really a win-win activities that needs to be done.
And it is an efficiency, so yeah.
Efficiency is the name of the game.
Okay. Thank you so much, Elisabetta. Thank you for your time for CNBC Indonesia. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.